high school athletic seasons of the sports that were completed took place in basketball, where the Booker T. Washington Lions girls basketball team captured the 3A state championship, and they defeated Mansfield, the second seed, 44-36, to complete a terrific run to the state title. And so many ways to look at this and talk about how great of an accomplishment it was. And you look at what's happened since then, and great recognition has been forthcoming, and rightfully so. And most recently, the All-State Sugar Bowl, and I'm part of the committee, of course, in that entity, selected its New Orleans top girls prep coach that will be presented later this year. And that person joins us now, the head coach of the Booker T. Washington Lady Lions, Lakenya Reed. Lakenya, listen, first of all, welcome. I hope you're well in these strange times. And once again, congratulations on a tremendous accomplishment.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Well, obviously, this was special. I mean, when we think about the Booker T. Washington brand, I mean, I think about, Wayne Reese, my dear friend, who, when I first started in the business, was the football coach there. I think about Ted Washington, who was an incredible man, who did a phenomenal job with the men's basketball program there, the boys program. And here you are at a school that just recently got its brand back. It's a KIPP school, and the KIPP schools are excellent. But to get that name back, Booker T. Washington, with so many prominent people that have graduated from there in the community, first and foremost, I thought that was special. Did you feel the same way?
Exactly, I did. Absolutely. I am, born and raised here, so I'm an Orleans Parish school baby. And, we have rich school traditions, in our schools. And I'm from John McDonald Senior High School, where it was absolutely, we were a rivalry of Booker T. Washington. So I know how important Booker T. Washington is to the uptown community. So I was honored when I was given an opportunity to coach there. And I knew that I could do great things once I was given the opportunity. So bringing Uptown back is what our motto is, and we've truly we feel like we fulfilled that.
Well, there's no question about it. When you look at the ability to do this as quickly as you accomplished it, the school just resurrected in 2016, and of course, your program just a couple of years old. You're only 2 years into the job. Did you
Right.
see it coming this quickly, or did it
I
surprise you that
did.
you were able to accomplish this?
No, I can't. I went to Booker T to win a state championship. I didn't think that it would be a 5 or 6 year process. I absolutely believe with the kids, the young ladies that were there. I knew that if we, if they bought in and we put the work in, that we could do it. So honestly, I'm disappointed that we didn't do it last year and won it. I set out to do it last year. So we fell short, unfortunately, and in the semis, excuse me. But we were able to rebound and come back and get back to work and get in the lab and kind of bond in a way that it takes championship teams to do. You have to have that camaraderie and a liking for each other, and I'm playing for you, you're playing for me, kind of thing. And then you have to play for the coach. So I feel like this year there was more of that. And that allowed us to have the success we had.
Visiting with Lakenya Reed of Booker T. Washington. And, of course, you accomplished this with 4 seniors, and they will go out with an incredible legacy as a result. But you also had a very talented sophomore in Imani Rothschild. Just
Yes,
talk a little
yes.
bit about your players.
Okay. I'm blessed with, I'm blessed with 8, a roster of 8, but I had seven that really were kind of, skillful, So athleticism is all fine and well, but, you have to think the game at some point in any sport. So with those 8 players buying in, I was able to come in and just really teach some of the fundamental things that were missing and, implement my system. And, it was a good marriage. So, once they got over me being tough, hard-nosed kind of coach, we were able to come together and, just really work on the discipline side and the IQ side of basketball, But I feel like even with such a small roster, I had what it takes. I knew I could go far. And then once I started seeing us, I had one of the toughest schedules in the state both years that I've been there. I want to play the best, and we did pretty well. 5 and 4A schools. Even we were in 1-8 way. We played all 5 and 4A schools, and this year I was like, okay, we're definitely trying because we had a bye last year, and we ended up as the 2 seed, and this year we had the 4 seed, and I said, well, God wanted us to have it. He wanted us to take it the hard way because upsetting Western, and then having that was the number 1 seed. They were hot all year, and I had an ankle injury toward the end. Man, it just was rough, but we really just locked in, and you could see they really wanted it toward the end. Albany came in tough into Booker T. They bought the entire town. I mean, it was a home. It was actually like a home game for Albany at Booker T. But we just started believing in each other and believing that we could do it, and we did. We did.
It's an incredible accomplishment. And you mentioned just the 8 players. Of
Mhm.
course, that works to an advantage, like you said, with teaching to a degree. But the other side of that is you hold your breath that you don't get any injuries, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's one of those things where my trainer, she was amazing. Miss Summer, she was amazing, and she did everything that I could possibly hope for, in a trainer. She's a professional and she knows her stuff, and she rehabbed my kids on a regular, to preventative stuff. So that helped us out a lot. And then just and you mentioned Imani Rothschild. She just she's young, and not a heavy boned kid, and she had a few things going on, and my seniors, Rodney Tumlin and then Cassie Dolio, they all, each one of them had a little turn where okay, this is aching me or ailing me, but she always made sure that pretty much come game time that they were prepared. I think I had a player. I think Rodney missed one game. My senior number 2. But other than that, it was she was pivotal on my trainer in our season, keeping everyone healthy. So I thank God for her.
How do you follow this up? How do you follow that act up? I guess would be the obvious question, right?
Well, I mean, I think we're gonna be okay. Imani comes back, and then I have 2 juniors, Aaliyah Spears and Sakira Williams. They come back, and then Aaliyah's little sister, China Spears. So they know the system. They're comfortable in the system now, and we'll fool around and get some young lady, a couple are excited about coming to Booker T now that we've won a championship. So I'm not worried. We get in the gym, we put in work, and again, like I stated earlier, we make a 7-man rotation feel like a 12-man rotation because we run, we are in shape, and we're we're ready for the physical battle for sure. We're not gonna let nobody outwork us.
And finally, of course, the recognition from the All-State Sugar Bowl as the Girls Prep Coach of the Year in New Orleans area. That's encompassing every sport, so it's very significant. Just talk
Man,
about what it means to you, and obviously it brings attention to your program, and that's the main thing I would imagine.
absolutely. Personally, it's I didn't know, honestly. I didn't know that this award was an award. I was ecstatic with Coach of the Year for the state for 3A. I was ecstatic with that. And when I got this call, I was like, "What? This is God is showing out." But I'm honored. I'm honored, and I feel like I'm absolutely making my family proud, my parents, and on both sides of the family. Just my son, just being able to persevere and have some resiliency through teenage pregnancy, and just finish some of the goals that I had personally from, receiving my master's degree and winning a state title. I've always wanted to do that. I've been playing this game since I was 7 years old. and I played on a high level. And once my ACLs and stuff were torn, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do my damage from the sideline. So it's very, very, it's big for me to be a mentor, to be an example of what a strong black woman looks like. So I really take honor in that. So it's big for me personally, but I feel like for Booker T. Washington, a school that has such a strong sports culture. I have alumni who I know is listening on in right now, and they're just so proud of that accomplishment and of me, and I'm honored to be able to have done something so great.
You deserve it. So does your program, and everybody appreciates it and is proud of what you've accomplished. Lakenya Reed, thank you for the visit. Congratulations once again. Stay safe in these strange times, and
You
nothing
too
but the
as
best
well.
moving forward.
Thank you
You
so
got
much.
it,
I
Lakenya.
appreciate it. Thank you. Stay
My
safe.
my pleasure. Lakenya
Okay, bye
Reed.
bye.